We're back live.
And we're back.
We're back live. We had a little intermission there. We had to check
our audio. Our first guest left, and our second guest is a little late. He's got a couple phone calls.
He's on the phone.
He's sodaing up.
Yeah, a little soda.
His name's Tim, aka Freaker Kelly.
Budweiser, if you're out there and you want to sponsor us.
Very local gentleman coming up next. Been around these parts for many years. Tim Freaker Kelly. Get a little background on him. Been at the track for 30 plus years. Before that, his father, God rest his soul.
He's made some clams.
He's made some clams over
the years.
Unfortunately, just lost his mother. God bless Ann Kelly.
Yeah.
Okay. God bless.
Absolutely.
But he'll be on the show shortly. Back to us.
How was our first guest?
Oh, you tell us out there.
Tell us out there
in the comment section.
In the comments.
Leave them in the comment section below.
But not to toot our own horn. Like, as our first guest, the guy didn't know him, total stranger.
Wanted no part of us.
He shot me down at first. I was like, come on, get in as a guest. And he really didn't.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
And this is what this show's about.
Right. But what happened afterwards? He was in. And
he sat down and he loved it. He had
a story.
Couple little stories that were, okay.
Had a story.
He had a story.
He had something to add.
Nice guy.
Yeah.
Told us we weren't blogging, but we were vlogging.
We didn't even know what we were doing.
We didn't even know what we were doing.
We're vloggers now. I apologize. I kept going. You know what it is? I'm a big fan of Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, if you're out there, you're
Joey.
Awesome. We love you.
Joey R.
Actually, Joe is awesome. He was. I take Muay Thai kickboxing, and in my school we got Carl Roberson, UFC middleweight, and Joe mentioned him on his podcast actually twice. So Joe, I'm a big fan.
U.S. Postals.
Who's rolling in?
This guy likes to fight too. He's a fighter. He's Killer Bees.
Killer Bee Combat Sports. Shout out.
Shout out to the boys in Long Branch over there. A bunch of badasses.
Ocean Township, actually.
Ocean Township, my bad. Me Mount, my bad in Costa Rican. But the sun's popping out down here. We're trying to keep the topics going. What's next? What do we want to talk about?
I think we got Critter on deck.
Critter's sodaing up, and he's on the phone right now.
He's on the phone. He's got conversation.
We got him coming up, but prior to that,
he's in the green room. Is he in the green room? He's in the green room.
Let's think about some of the topics that we've wanted to talk about.
Okay.
In the past here, and we could step to you at about a question about your first 4 days of surfing.
All right.
Do you like the sport? Are you enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it, but I got to be honest. I'm that type. I love a new challenge, obviously, but it's hard, Murph. I'm frustrated. I just want to be able to stand up, and I'm trying, and I'll get there, I guess.
It's like anything. It takes time.
It takes time.
It takes time.
But you've been great. You've been real patient with me. You gave me great tips. I mean, you had me standing up the first day.
The guy's gotten up, and as this vlog rolls on, you'll see Frankie live. We're going to get him live out there ripping. But as our vlog goes on, we're just going to keep rapping and bopping. The clouds are coming back to us right now. No biggie. Let's talk Yankees.
Oh, they're rolling.
Let's talk Yankees.
They're rolling.
This is
Yankees are rolling.
Big Yankee fan
here.
Huge
Yankee fan.
Me, I'll say I'm a bit of a Yankee fan, but this guy here, gnarly.
Love my Yanks.
They're on a bit of a roll, huh?
They're on a bit of a roll. I'm not too thrilled with all the injuries, though. But
I'll tell you what, I heard through Mikey, I heard some of the people that you don't even know who their name are or who they are.
The guy Tachman had 2 home runs last night.
To 2 home runs. Go ahead. Now, now let's talk Mets.
You know what?
Hey,
obviously a Yankee fan, but I got to give the Mets credit.
Let's let them enjoy the
Mets
moment.
Mets are rolling. Mets got a great pitching staff. I tell you, don't let the Mets in the playoffs. They can be dangerous.
I heard something on the sports radio that you turned me on to today. And there's this one guy called in, and they're like, we're so used to this. The Mets, they bomb in the beginning. Then they have this little 12-game win streak. We get all excited, and then they blow it at the end.
You know what, though? Listen, obviously being a Yankee fan, I could talk, what's the word? I'm blanking on the word.
You could be what?
Objective. I can have an objective point of view because I'm not tied to the Mets. But anyway, listen, the Mets got a great pitching staff. That kid Alonso, Pete Alonso, is a stud.
Tough player. Here's our next guest. He's almost off his phone. He's on the phone. He's a very busy guy.
He might be on the phone with his agent trying to discuss money.
And he needs 2 more sodas before he comes on live.
So here's your soda.
Talking horses.
Yeah, here we go. Here's your soda back.
Soda's back.
Come on, get in here. Get in here. You got to be a guest. If you're a guest, you got to jump in.
What's going on, guys?
You got to be live.
How are you,
bro?
What's going on? Not much.
Vlogging a little
Doing our new vlog.
doing our live vlog right now.
Frank, I was just talking horses with my friend.
People just coming on down
If
and
anybody's interested,
sitting in on the
Saturday,
vlog.
Don't give the
for you.
tip.
Don't
But
give
we'll
the tip.
keep you posted.
Oh, yeah.
1%.
You have to check back to see
Everyone
what's
out there in the vlog world, this is Timmy, aka Freaker Kelly, longtime surfer of the area, local horse track member of 30 years.
I've been there.
30?
34.
34 years.
I was born
Mama's
there,
Park,
actually.
to be
Tim, I
exact.
never asked you this. You probably know my dad.
Who's that?
My dad passed a couple years ago. Sal Restivo, who's a painter.
Sure.
Yeah. I was
Sal
gonna say,
Restivo?
if you've been to the track,
Look
you
at
know
this.
my dad.
Look at
My
this.
dad, God rest his soul,
Listen
loved the
to-
track.
Look at this
He used to
small
live on Sayers
world.
Avenue.
That's my dad.
Yeah.
That's my dad.
My friend Hesser used to give Hesser tons of work, Sal.
Really?
No shit.
That was
He
your
used to give
Bob?
Hesser
Yeah, my dad had a paint
tons of-
business.
He
Over
was a
at the
good
track?
painter.
Yeah.
Really? He was at the track?
Mom, my dad
And
loved the track.
He used to cash checks, and the lady that I worked for said, he doesn't bet. I said, well, why is he cashing checks if he doesn't bet?
Let me tell you. Can I tell you?
Did
Can
he
I
like
tell
the
you?
ponies?
Dude, can I tell you a funny
But he
story?
stunk at it.
Can I tell you my dad? Can I tell you a funny story
He
about
was
my
a
dad?
mush, everybody.
He
He
was a
was a mush.
Can I tell you a funny story about my dad? Like, you know how you get caught by, obviously, your wife or your girlfriend. So I remember as a kid, my dad, again, God rest
He
his
was
soul,
like a
loved the track.
closet gambler.
Oh, no, not big time. My dad was a gambler. A closet. My father was a
truth
gambler.
comes out.
Again, God rest his
Is that
soul.
why
Anyway,
your parents divorced?
well, yeah, because of the gambling.
Right.
So, but
my
but I'll
God.
tell you a funny story. You'll
Say,
appreciate
listen
being,
in.
being a track guy.
Any gamblers out there, you have a problem?
Call
Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
This is no joke.
Bet
but-
over your head, not with it.
Exactly.
Take note, everyone. You've got some
So
experienced
wait,
people.
so I'll never forget. My mom finds the Monmouth Park pencil in his pants.
Oh, that did it.
So she goes,
Well, that's that.
I overhear the whole thing. My dad's name is Sal. She goes, Sal, are you at the track thing? He goes, no, I haven't been to the track. She
In
goes,
years.
Oh, well, where'd you get the? And God rest his soul. God bless him. He denied it to the bitter end. He goes, that's not mine. It wasn't mine. She goes, you got a Monmouth Park pencil in your pocket. I don't know where it came from.
Your dad was. How long has he been dead?
What do we
He's
got
been
out
gone
here? I
about
might have to grab the
5 years now.
binoculars.
That's it?
Yeah.
I thought it was more than that.
I gotta grab the
About 5
binoculars. We got an
I knew
item.
him a long time.
Got
Man.
an
He was a
object
good
out
dude.
there.
Oh, he's
dad
a
was
gentleman. man.
Yeah, my dad was a great guy. He taught me to
Pleasure.
fish.
Yeah.
There's a reason I fish.
No, he used to give Hesser tons of work.
Oh, that's
You guys
great.
fishing
Tell
today?
me, does he know that?
No fishing today yet. It's been a little windy, the little clouds, the rain, but now it's starting to calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta mention that to Hessler. He
Hold
probably
on.
doesn't even know I'm
Yeah.
his
We've got
son.
an
Not at all.
unidentified object at
Yeah,
about
see,
1
like your
o'clock.
dad, he's
Unidentified
still looking
object. We've got some
Hessler does
And
what,
he's
tree
a-
service?
Bushmills.
Hesser's a painter.
A painter.
It's a balloon.
Oh,
It's a
Timmy
balloon.
Hessler.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the wolf.
Okay.
It's a balloon.
Yes, it is. Just trying to identify what type of
Obviously,
balloon we
they give
have.
Tons of work.
Really? Oh,
It
sure.
may
dad
be
was
a
really
birthday
type of guy
balloon
you'd
of some
say.
sort.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. Murph, what are you doing now?
Well, our guest is good on us. He just left.
No, he's not good. He just gave us great stories. He knew my dad.
Taking a mini break.
He's taking a break.
The sun's coming back out down here, everyone.
Murph, these binoculars.
Let's
are
talk
awesome.
binoculars for a minute.
Wow, these are awesome.
Let's come closer now that our guest is out. So let's talk about.
We can still hear him in the background. He's still actually on air. He's still on.
Let's talk
He's still
about
narrating.
all the
You're on.
binoculars you've used in your life.
Well, I don't know the names. Okay.
No. You said you've used many.
I've been
Tell
down,
the story.
Okay, I've been down here by
Let
the
the
beach
people
my whole
know.
life, and for some reason I really never owned a pair of binoculars.
A
And
little
people-
foggy. Everyone's a little
Yeah, here,
foggy.
try mine. I try them. You could see obviously, and I'm like, the other day you're like, oh, here, try mine, and I'm thinking, okay, here's another pair of
Try
binoculars.
the Bushmills.
Dude, I go like this. I'm like, oh my god. Wow, these are
Unbelievable.
unreal.
Nice out right now.
It's gorgeous
Come on,
out.
where's my kid? Nothing.
It's
I don't
gorgeous
want
out
a
down
coat.
here.
Yeah, no, I'm really impressed with these.
Big fan of the
Just my
Bushmills.
collar too.
For the white. It's medium though. You're large. I'm down to 172 out there, 172 pounds.
Murph,
lost some
you know,
weight.
I need an SRH sticker for my hard hat for work. What's going on?
I don't have any at the moment.
I got him in my house.
Tim does.
SRH, if you're out there listening, I'm trying to like
SRH.com.
Boost your
promote
confidence.
SRH.com. I'm trying to put it on my hard
Here
hat.
comes
for
a
work.
fisherman.
No way.
What do we got? Oh,
We got Jimmy Leone.
Jimmy Leone, everybody.
Regular.
Jimmy Leone.
Jimmy Leone in
He's
the
here,
background.
right here in
He's
the
a regular.
background. One of our regulars.
Yes.
What's up, man? How's it going? How are you?
Jim, we just started our first vlog.
Our first.
Yeah, it's a
vlog.
pilot episode.
Pilot episode on our vlog, live.
We're live.
We talked about you
So to
earlier.
speak. Yeah,
We talked
you've
about
been
you and
mentioned.
Josh for quite. You had a nice little
Yeah.
statement. We've got some waves starting. Possible surf soon.
Really?
Yeah.
Jimmy's the full gauntlet, fishing and surfing.
Every once in a while, a little set will come in.
Really?
Yeah.
Here's a little
I
something.
do want to get wet.
Where's
Yeah,
Gooner?
What?
Where's Gooner?
He's with his mom.
Oh,
Or
no
he's at
Josh.
school
Really.
and
That's
stuff.
not
The
good.
little man is?
Yeah.
We miss Josh. His son's
talked
the
Love
best.
that
Josh.
guy.
He's the best.
Oh,
Yeah,
Josh
look
is. Yeah, it's full on, dude. It's gonna happen.
Oh, yeah.
That was rideable. Look at that right.
So as you
Yeah,
can
you
see,
been-
my co-host is
Well,
very, very into surfing,
I didn't.
which
fish
is
for
awesome.
sure.
I love it. If you notice through the vlog, we'd be talking and you would be like,
There we
"There's
go,
a wave." Like,
Murph.
it's in tune in you. Like you're mid thought
Yeah,
and
I
you see a wave and it's just there. It is.
Well, now if you happen to see a fish break, you do
Right.
the same thing.
I see the birds working.
Very
What
similar.
is that out there right there?
Similarities.
Well, the common ground is the ocean. That's why we're here.
Right.
What is that out there?
We've got. I've identified it already. Here you go. Check the Bushmills.
Well, use the Bushnells.
It's a happy birthday balloon.
Now there's another sponsor. We've been mentioning Bushnells. You're
Trying
out there.
to
You're
get
getting
Bushmills. We'll be
free
getting the call.
advertising
We'll be
right now.
getting the call. This is our pilot episode.
It's the
so
pilot episode.
It'll happen.
Our first guest was great.
Dude, you should have seen our first guest.
He did. I went like this
This
to sit
dude-
down,
this dude
and he
pulls
shot
up.
me down. Next thing you know,
He's in on the
he's
vlog.
in on the
So
con,
this
and he was
dude
telling a
pulls up,
full-blown
right?
story.
This dude pulls up. Me and Frank are doing our thing.
Look at
Clams.
pigs over there.
He's looking at us like, next thing you know, we kind of tell him what we're doing, and he's like, kind of like, whatever. Next thing you know, he's in the middle of us, dude, telling stories, bro.
Stories,
Bro,
full blown.
told us that we thought we were vlogging. He's like, he was a younger dude. He's like, no, you guys are vlogging.
Yeah. So
Vlogging.
no, we thought we had a podcast.
No, we
on.
thought we had a podcast.
Right.
We were like, no, dude, you're not podcasting, you're vlogging. So, dude, our first episode is just like, it's going very well.
I think it's. I think
We've
it's
got an
going
old
pretty
fighter
smooth.
plane coming high and tight over us right now, everybody at home.
You
home.
guys all fish together?
I don't fish. These guys do. I just surf. Look at that. Whoa, for Tim.
What do you got? That's definitely.
Everybody out there,
Noah's
notice we're looking up. We have a fighter plane or something going on up there.
It's got satellite
It's got
dishes on top and
Yeah.
I don't know, satellite.
It's
They're monitoring
insane.
you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not happy with the vlog.
Yeah, look at this wave, Jim.
Look at this.
It's going to happen, dude. That little left is rideable right
Yeah,
there.
that left looks sick.
I'm surfing.
Do you have the? Do you have
Where's
the phone
Giggy
board
Bomb?
on you? You didn't bring it.
What's up?
There's Lucky.
There's Lucky,
Unlucky.
local dog.
Unlucky.
There he is, rolling in.
Lucky dog.
Something about those dogs from Puerto Rico, they're just not right.
They're not friendly. Is he from
No, he's friendly.
He's friendly, but they're just not right for some reason.
Well, you know, they started off
Every time you
homeless.
pull up here,
I
that
don't know
car,
what I'm gonna
the
do
dog
yet.
just
I don't have
jumps
much
on your
time.
car. It's like,
I really
Mike,
want to just jump in the
Yeah,
water.
yeah, you can't have that. That's
Yeah.
a bad. You got to watch with that because he's
It's
gonna
that
jump on
street
somebody.
thing in them, you know.
Gonna
what I
jump
mean?
on somebody's
I gotta
car,
go
scratch the
fish
car, and it's not good. We'll have to cut the episode short.
Where are you spring fishing?
I
I
know,
know.
I
I
was
was
gonna
gonna
go-
go. I was thinking about it, but
Yeah.
it's been
You've been
slow,
before.
and
What
I
happened?
gotta.
I want to go surfing.
I gotta make
see,
some
this
fish.
is
and
what
some
happens.
fish.
My co-host
Load it
here,
up.
you gotta love him.
Gotta-
He just
how
is
much you got?
addicted to surfing, which is
only
awesome.
got one, but I
He's
caught
very sidetracked right now. We might have to stop the episode because you're getting ready to go on the
all
water.
out here. This is all
Why are there no
hard
boats?
bottom
Which,
because
right?
people just don't pay attention.
you're deep in thought.
Do you think it's over?
Here we go, Murph. Look
I
at
think
this.
it might because you. I don't want you to stop you from going on the water. The audience won't. I don't want an unhappy
It's
co-host.
gonna be. I'm not.
Blackfish.
No,
and
but I wouldn't
triggers
blame you if you
and
see
sea bass.
waves and
There's
you're
a
like, I'm
lefty
sitting here
for
and
you,
it's out
man.
there.
Look
It's
at this
great.
one.
Yeah.
Listen, if I see fish breaking,
There
I'm
you
off.
go.
Trip.
It's over.
Look at that.
It's
Just
worth
reeling
I mean,
for
you
you.
can get like maybe you can handle it so.
I think it needs a little more time to get.
I would go now.
Whoa!
Yeah, you saw what
comments
happened
from.
yesterday. How it got smaller as the tide went out.
Yeah.
That's usually what happens.
Every once in a blue moon, it'll happen. I think we should stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think so? Yeah, you're getting ready to go in the water.
What time you got, man?
All right, guys. We're gonna cut off.
We'll see you soon.
340.